Welcome back to our channel, Hume's Little Homestead. Last week I discovered a problem. A rodent problem. No, not funny. Where the kids have been feeding Nala and Oreo. They have been giving them extra treats because it's Christmas time. There was a lot of remnants of treats and dog food on the floor, and it attracted the lovely little critters that I believe are mice. I only found the poop of the critters, but I was pretty horrified, so I cleaned out the whole bottom shelf as quickly as I could. I was in a rush that day. I didn't have much time, but I spent a couple hours really cleaning that bottom shelf off, and I knew, okay, within this next week we have to clean this whole pantry out and see how bad the problem is. Thankfully, that shelf just had like canned goods and that kind of stuff, so all of the canned goods were fine. There was dog treats on that shelf was the problem, was the dog treats. And we found, now you want to say hi? We found half-eaten dog treats, like half gnawed-on dog treats. I went down, okay. And that was the problem. So I have concealed the dog food and concealed the dog treats. And last night we did a really good clean of the pantry. We vacuumed out every single shelf, and then we wiped out shelves, and then we also mopped the floor very good and swept and mopped the floor. So we vacuumed, swept, and mopped, and the problem looks to be taken care of. Our big problem is our cat has gotten lazy. So our pantry we have a baby gate here to keep the dogs out of the rest of the house, just because they shed really bad, and this way they have a warm place to come in the winter, and a cool place to come in the summer, but they're not in the whole rest of the house. And we have our washer dryer in here, and here is our pantry situation. I do wish we had a little more space for food storage, but you have to work with what you got. So we have these shelves here. Most of the problem was right under here, which Nala sleeps right here on her dog bed, and Oreo sleeps right here on his dog bed. So here's the clean pantry. We store at the very, very top, and then thankfully the only shelf that had problems was this shelf. And I was surprised that mice could even get up there. They're crazy little creatures, I guess. They can climb high. So my plan is to only put canned goods here, no crackers, nothing like that on this shelf. But on the top shelf, I was going to tell you what we have up there. We have our Tomato Cucina Pro. I got this after watching Living Traditions Homestead, and they recommended it for like getting tomato juice out, and so I got it then, and it's really good. It's really cool juicer, tomato strainer. And then I got a fermenting kit. I am not good at fermenting. I have failed many times, but I'm gonna keep trying because I failed 3 times with the sourdough, and now the sourdough is working. So I think I really wanna learn how to do pickles, and so look for that in the future when I learn more about that. We have one video on our failed attempt, on one of our failed attempts, but the one that we filmed. And then I've got our roaster up here, and then a pressure canner back there. So that's what we have on the very top shelf. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to organize these shelves. Oh, and then down there is the dog food in that container. I need to get a lid for that container, and that will help, I think. Because I just don't understand how the mice could get up so high. I don't know. They're crazy. So we also have this shelf over here, and I had glass jars on that bottom shelf, so I'll probably keep the glass jars on that shelf. That was a good spot for them. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. So here is all of our food that needs to go back into that pantry. Like I said, we were in a rush, so we just grabbed everything out of there and quickly cleaned it up as best we could. Don't judge us. We have some non-healthy items in this storage, food storage, but we are working on transitioning into more homegrown foods and homemade foods. But while we're doing that, we still also have some of our favorites that are from the store. And then over here, pastas. And these, I have buckets for these. We kind of overbought, and so these were up high. They were fine. We checked them really good. Some rice and instant oatmeals, that's not macaroni, graham crackers, and just dry beans. I like to have dry beans. And then over here we have our stuff that we've canned ourselves. Tomato sauce, and like I said, I'm going to wipe all of these down again because they have been back there and got very dusty. But this is a green tomato relish, super yummy. Made it a couple years ago, and I did not label them. I'm so bummed up myself, but I'm getting better. I labeled this year's. Very dusty. This is just real life, everybody. So I'm going to be wiping down all of this stuff and hopefully get it into more of a rotation so that we can use it. Those weren't over there. These are just what we bought for Christmas for the kids, for some fun. Sparkling cider, non-alcoholic of course, because we're going to share with our documented on Facebook our journey. I knew the dates to these. I had posted about when we made these tomatoes, Candy's tomatoes, so I went back to my archive and we canned the first batch of tomatoes ever that we've ever canned. Ryan and I and my parents helped, and my grandma was also here helping with that, was September 5th, 2020. And then the green relish, I also had logged this, and it was, we made it at my parents' house, and it is a recipe really close to what my grandma used to use. And so I also have that recipe saved, but we did that on October 26th, 2020. So pretty exciting that we got all of that done. All right, and now I have it labeled. I don't know, how long do canned goods last when you do them yourself? Let me know in the comments if you are knowledgeable on that. I will also do my own research, but would love to learn from others who already know how to can or who have been doing it for, you know, many years. So let me know in the comments how long you keep your canned goods. So these are a year old now. These ones from 2020 are a year and 1 month, a year and 2 months old. So wondering how long, actually it's like 1 year and 2 months old and 3 months old for the sauce. So alrighty, I will get back on to it. Just wanted to ask that and say that no worries, I was able to label them now, and I will in the future always remember to label my canned goods. I've decided to put all tomato stuff on this shelf right here. And these cans that it's really hard to see. So let's see where the Best By date is really, really tiny on here. Where is it? There it is. See how tiny and hard it is to see? I'm writing the Best By date on the very top of the can so I can see it and organize it by what needs to be eaten first. So I'm gonna finish putting all the tomato products up here. So I've got tomato paste. I love Classico spaghetti sauce is my favorite. So we do stock up on it when we go to the store. And then I don't think I'll need to get any of that because I didn't even realize how much tomatoes, like this can be used for spaghetti sauce. These homegrown tomatoes, I didn't even realize how many I had. So it's kind of, it really stinks that I'm all Scott back here, but it's kind of good because now I can see what needs to be used back here. And so maybe I should plan on doing this once a year anyway, just going through the cupboards and double checking dates and rotating. So it's good to have food storage, but if you don't use the food and you don't rotate the food, then there's no point in having a food storage if you're not gonna keep track. Because if this was to all go bad, which it's not, it's good till 2023. But if I wasn't to use this by 2023, there's no point in having it sit on my shelf and take up space, because then it's just a waste of food. And so, yeah, so I'm trying to get better at doing better at food storage and rotating my food storage. So that's what I'm doing now. And then I've also got tomato soup, and I did the same thing. I wrote the date on there bigger, and then I have more tomato sauce. This was before I was canning tomatoes, I think. But it's good till 2022. So that's pretty cool. It's good till next year. So I can start rotating through this stuff and do better at that. We took care of that. It is looking much better. Emmett, I say we, Emmett was a very big helper. And we've got the dog beds back in so we can let the dogs in now. You happy that it's clean now? Sit. Good girl. She wants to go on her bed to eat it. Oreo, he's not going to come in with you flapping that. My next task is to wipe down all the walls in here. I would also like to repaint in here. Maybe we can do that this spring. Emmett. Oreo's not. Emmett, look out. I gotta open the door. Oreo, do you want your snack? Do you want your treat? Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Nala tries to steal Oreo snacks all the time.
Do you know Dasher and Dancer and Cancer and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen? But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, ho, 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 Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history like George Washington. Yay!
Awesome. All right. It is Caden's turn. First, let's look. They're all matchy tonight.
I got that.
They have Hannah, Haley, and Levi have tumbling, and I got Caden a shirt so he could, you know, have a shirt too. So, and I don't know, Caden just decided to wear that shirt today. Did you know it was Tuesday?
They are the most comfortable shirts ever.
Yeah, they're really nice. Ryan and I have one. They don't have them in Emmett's size, but they're very cute. So, all right, Caden, what do we have today? An angel. Isn't she pretty? Okay.
I'm gonna put the angel up.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Hannah's having a rough night.
She wanted to go to bed.
Wednesday nights are always rough.
Hey, guess what? You gotta put up
Tuesday nights, I mean.
another shepherd.
Haley was having a rough night, but she really changed her attitude.
Yay!
All right, our scriptures tonight are Luke 2, 9 through 14.
Stop hugging my.
And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host praising God, and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men.
Do you guys remember that part of the story? So this is when the angel came to the shepherds and told them what had happened. Now this is why we decided, because my friend said you can wait to put baby Jesus on the 24th, on the last, but we decided to put Jesus up there so that we could tell the story in order of how it was happening, in, you know, relative order of how it happened. And that's why I kind of like having baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph up there first. I kind of like it. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Do you like it that way? So that we can, every time we walk by, we can see.
I think on the 17th, it'll be the star. You peeker.
Okay. Let's get back to the angel. Isn't that pretty cool that the angel came and told the shepherds what had happened? That's pretty special, huh? All right.
I always put myself in the shepherd's position and just think how scared you'd be out there at night and all of a sudden this angel comes to you.
That would be very bright. Probably an intense moment. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
See you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!